We'll hear argument this morning in Case 12-144, Hollingsworth versus Perry.
When did it become unconstitutional to exclude homosexual couples from marriage?
Well, I think what we heard was a very cautious court today, treading very lightly into an area that they're not very sure of. As you know, this was a case about Proposition 8 in California, which defines marriage as between a man and a woman. On the side that was defending Proposition 8, they said that society has this interest in marriage, and the whole reason that society sanctions marriage or should be involved in marriage is because of procreation and child rearing.
What harm you see happening, and when and how, and what harm to the institution of marriage or to opposite-sex couples? How does this cause and effect work?
Once again, I would reiterate that we don't believe that's the correct legal question before the court, and that the correct question is whether or not redefining marriage to include same-sex couples would advance the interests of marriage as opposed to...
Well, then are you conceding the point that there is no harm or denigration to traditional opposite-sex marriage couples? So you're conceding that?
No, Your Honor, no. I'm not conceding that. Well, the plaintiff's expert acknowledged that redefining marriage will have real-world consequences, and that it is impossible for anyone to foresee the future accurately enough to know exactly what those real-world consequences would be.
While they want the court to uphold Prop 8, and because they say that's what California voters wanted, that's how they voted in 2008, they say if California now wants to allow same-sex marriage, it can repeal that constitutional amendment, but that the Supreme Court shouldn't come in and make those decisions and put a stop to this debate. On the other side, the argument was, no, it's really about individuals. It's about individuals and their love for each other.
As I pointed out at the outset, this is a measure that walls off the institution of marriage, which is not society's right. It's an individual right that this court again and again and again has said the right to get married, the right to have the relationship of marriage is a personal right. It's a part of the right of privacy, association, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The procreation aspect, the responsibility or ability or interest in procreation is not a part of the right to get married.
There are many ways the court can decide this case, and it was hard to find what the majority opinion might be. In fact, at the end, the really pivotal justice in this, Justice Anthony Kennedy, wondered quite openly whether or not the court should even have taken this case.
The problem with the case is that you're really asking, particularly because of the sociological evidence you cite, for us to go into uncharted waters.
I think what you see there are justices who are going to be very cautious in making the decision about what to do, and in fact may decide that it's not right for them to decide at this time.